Good morning. Welcome to morning practice on Thursday, April 25th, 2024. Lots to feel good about today. At least I'm feeling good about it. Um, Mercury is going direct today. It started into retrograde on the 1st of April, and I think it really depends on how it relates to your personal natal chart, because I've had plenty of Mercury retrogrades in my life that didn't really cause too much of a disruption or difficulty, but this one is very significantly placed in my own natal chart. And oh my goodness, I've never had a Mercury retrograde like it. I mean, if I didn't believe in them before, I definitely do now, but I do think it depends on the placement in the chart. However, that being said, because I understand not everyone is astrologically inclined. We all experience disruption, delays, missing details. There's always, times when we forget to turn the microphone on, or the front of our house is being dug up, and everything in the life has to be rearranged because of it. And this is what happens to us all, whether or not you're looking at the stars. We dance and we just understand that disruption is actually this beautiful part of how we are meant to embody our journey and to learn. And it's been a really rich period of that for me, and I have actually enjoyed it. I really will say that. And but I'm also somewhat celebrating the fact that it's stationing direct today. Even if I'm just clinging onto it as a symbol, that's fine with me. So that's happening, and that feels like a really nice place to end our morning practice together for the week. As we move into the weekend, I only offer this Monday through Thursday with the tools that you can do this on your own Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we can all learn how to take time for ourselves and have our own cultivation of awareness with ourselves in our inner space through meditation and breath work and movement, however you choose to embody that quality that is uniquely yours that you want to cultivate. It was also told me yesterday that it is Hanuman's birthday this week. I don't know which day, but Hanuman is the monkey deity in the Hindu mythology. And I think this is such a relevant story for this moment. So we're going to actually focus a lot on Hanuman next week as well. But just to give you a simple download, Hanuman was born, you know, from a god and had magical powers as a baby, and he's a monkey god, and he had the ability to fly, and there's other kind of supernatural abilities. And he was very mischievous and fun as a child, and he flew up to the sun to grab it because he thought it was a fruit. And and he was punished for this. And it does make me, you know, he was punished for this. He was punished for, children like to explore boundaries and possibilities. We all do. And yes, we need to have boundaries in place so that we learn um, in right relationship our own our own use of what our gifts are, to use them in right relationship to the world. But there were, for Hanuman, part of his punishments, not for that specific incident of flying to the sun, but for other things, he was punished by forgetting that he had magical powers. and he forgot that he was able to fly, and he forgot that he was able to do these different things. And I do feel like there's a certain parallel to what we've been talking about with cultural imprinting through how we're taught as children. You know, children are really perceptive, you know, in terms of sensitivity, in terms of energy. And I think, you know, there is a tendency as we become more analytical through age 8 and, you know, that those qualities of the extrasensory perception are not just forgotten, but actively discouraged. And it's time to remember them. It's time, it's time for the great remembering for all of us. And that's quite exciting. And I feel like this is a really great moment as Mercury goes direct. And it's the birthday of Hanuman. You know, we're using these kind of archetypes as a framework to say, let's move forward and remember your magical powers. Let's move forward and remember your unique gifts. You know, Hanuman does go on to remember his gifts and is instrumental in so many ways, and we'll go more into that next week. But let's reimagine the stories that we're told in a way that begin to serve us in right relationship to ourselves, in right relationship to each other, and in right relationship to this planet that we live on, the earth. Because when we can start to tap into our magical powers again and remember what they're there for, we're going to start to love ourselves greater, with greater awareness. And then, as we know here in morning practice, it's something that we talk about. Once you start having a better love relationship with yourself, you start having better love relationships with each other and with how you are navigating the place that you live, which is this planet. So that was a yarn for Thursday, but I really feel like this is the moment to move forward. And the greater time that we spend going inward to cultivate our inner awareness of ourselves, the more likely we are to really tap into our unique gifts. If we're constantly looking outside of ourselves for external validation, for external standards of measurement of success or monetary wealth or popularity, you're constantly chasing something that isn't internal. And so this is the invitation to drop in, connect to the internal space. And we do that through meditation, through awareness of the breath, and through movement. So let's drop into our heart meditation this morning, finding a tall spine, finding a comfortable seat, letting the eyes come to close. I'm just adjusting, so because I like my tailbone to sort of feel like it's just a little bit freer. And then we'll close the eyes, let everything settle, all that excitement in the internal space. Like imagine it's like dust motes settling. And let your awareness just fill your internal space. And if there's a drama on the television of the mind, just turn the volume down, turn the TV off. It's there, it'll come back. Right now, your awareness is completely focused on your internal space, breathing in and out, feeling the breath move the body, maybe pointing the chin a little bit towards the chest, allowing the back of the neck to lengthen, feeling the points of contact between the surface that you're sitting on and your body, making sure you feel comfortable and feeling your awareness just permeate your whole being. Do you feel a little tingling of energy at the crown of the head? Do you feel that rooted energy right at the base of the tailbone? How does your solar plexus feel? Do you notice any sensation around your third eye, your throat, your lower abdomen? How does the pelvic floor feel in relationship to your seat? Are you open, expanded? And let's bring our awareness together to the heart space. You can simply allow your focus to settle in the heart. You can bring one hand to hold the heart space, or two hands to cradle the heart space. You could bring your hands to prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Just allowing there to be a focus of awareness in the heart space. Feeling the warmth of your palms, connecting to the beating of your heart. Is it a soft beat? Do you feel your heart beating strongly? Just let yourself feel and appreciate this unique and beautiful power center at the center of your being. Infinitely wise, infinitely powerful. And hold that heart space with reverence and gratitude. A heart that never stops for the entire duration of the life. And as you breathe in and out, imagine that breath is going in and out directly through the heart space, directly through the heart, as if the heart expands with each inhale and the heart contracts with each exhale. And let there be a focus on the light inside of your heart, the Jyoti. Let yourself be amazed at your own light, brighter than 10,000 suns. Let yourself marvel at the light of your heart. Feel that light fill you. Illumination of such exquisite clarity. The light spills out beyond the perimeter of your body, illuminating each chakra, energy center into the auric field, that you are a spectrum of rainbow brilliance. Filling not just your auric field, but vastly beyond yourself, into the room around you, beyond the space that you're in. Your spectrum of rainbow luminosity is infinite and can cover the entire planet. Take a moment to really feel that brilliance of your own light. And if there is a person, a place, or a situation in the world that you would like to dedicate, offer this unique brilliance, this heartfelt love, you can place your focus there. And we will take a few moments in silence together. Feel your breath deepen. Feel the luminosity of the heart space. And ask yourself, what are my unique gifts that I know reside inside of me, that I have put away or forgotten, but could help me and many people right now? We all have the answers inside of ourselves. We all have the magic of our unique abilities. It is time to remember. It is time to embody. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's do that again. Another deep breath in. Deep breath out. And we'll take an inhale to Om. Gently opening the eyes. Gently smiling to yourself. Smiling at the prospect of once again inhabiting the childlike wonder you explored as a child, but as an adult, as a person who is welcoming back that magic and wonder with purpose, with skill. It's very exciting. So let's just enjoy and appreciate ourselves for just one moment, and breathing in and breathing out. And I think we'll just go over to the mat and do some gratitude breathing together. Really focusing on, again, cultivating that immense sense of gratitude for our bodies, ourselves, for each other, and for the world that we live in. And so I'll meet you there if you're not already there. If you have blocks for practice, they can be useful. And we're beginning with a beautiful piece of music for another Hindu deity, Ganesh. Also completely appropriate for this moment, because as we go direct with Mercury, let us hope that these obstacles and disruptions begin to diminish and become transformative catalysts and agents in our remembering of our incredible gifts. Oh my goodness me. I'm gonna actually point our feet out right in front of us so that the feet are parallel, and just let's wave the feet back and forth. It's just waking up the legs and the ankle joints, and maybe circling the ankles in one direction and circling them in another. Just bringing some movement to the legs, because we've been sitting in meditation for a little bit, and then finding support under the seat. And we'll reach up, the arms up into the air, bringing our hands to prayer and prayer to the heart, and just offering love and gratitude for this amazing physical vessel, this being, this instrument of consciousness, this brilliant heart, the body whose real abilities and gifts we don't really fully understand or know. What are your unique gifts? How are we embodying them? How are we expressing them? This is such a beautiful instrument of consciousness. This is such a beautiful vessel of energy. The things that this body is able to do are magnificent. And it is such a gift and honor and a privilege to embody this body, to feel with this body, to see with this body, to understand, to love. Thank you for this body. Thank you for this incredible life. And then we'll inhale our arms overhead, hands come to prayer. Prayer comes to heart. Such love and gratitude for every single person on the planet, their unique gifts, their talents that we benefit from, the friendships, the lovers, the communities, the families, the nurses, the doctors, old people contributing their energy, their goodwill, their hard work, their brilliance, their ingenuity. Every being is quite magnificent. and contributing to this amazing cosmic mystery. Thank you for being you. Thank you for your unique gifts. And may you remember your magical powers at this time of moving forward. It has arrived and we are ready. Inhaling, our arms overhead, hands come to prayer. Prayer comes to heart. Offering reverence, respect, gratitude, and love for the planet Earth we call Mother Earth. Jai Ma, victory to the Mother. Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Such an exquisite and beautiful, powerful being. Wisdom, strength, beauty. This earth is extraordinary. Thank you. Thank you. May we revere you, respect you, and love you in right relationship with deep gratitude for all you give us and all you nourish us with. Let's just take a moment to fold forward and touch the earth, allowing the body to come down, allowing the forehead to come down to the earth. And just feel your connection to this beautiful, beautiful planet. And then we'll slowly press back up. And taking a big breath in and a big breath out, and just allowing the awareness to feel rich in the cultivation of gratitude, to feel rich in the cultivation of awareness, of internal space, to feel abundant in the cultivation of awareness of the luminosity inside of you. This is a beautiful existence. And cultivating this deep sense of richness and gratitude for ourselves, each other, this earth, is just like falling in love deeper. So let's inhale the arms overhead as if we could be the expression of that joy reaching up. And then we'll just bend over to the left, letting the left hand come to the earth. The right arm is up and over. Feeling the wonder of your body as you stretch the side body here. And then we'll come extending arms to a T. And then we'll just lean to the right. Right hand to the earth. Luxuriously extending the left side body. Oh, that feels good, right? Let's take a twist. How's that? Yeah? Arms up. Your left hand is going to come behind you. Your right hand will come to your left knee. You can point your chin down towards the chest. Feel the marvelous extension of your spine. Feel the inhale, inflate and lift the spine. And as you exhale, find yourself growing just a centimeter or two taller. use the throat, use your sound-making ability to express some pleasure at the elevation of your heightened spine. And we'll inhale the arms up over our head. The right hand will come to the base of the spine, the left hand, the right knee or thigh, pointing the chin down, pressing into that back hand to lift the spine, feeling the inhale inflate and lengthen, and as you exhale, you're just growing to just that little bit taller. And again, using the voice, using the throat. Noticing as you make noise with your throat, how it sends a sense of ease through the body. We reach our arms overhead, bringing our hands down by our sides. We'll just take out the support from underneath our seat and let's come to our knees. And we'll take the left foot out to the left, a nice gate post position. Reaching the arms as a T, and then just bending over again to the left. And you can really allow yourself to feel right from the knee, right up along the side body, that lovely stretch. Oh, and you can even just press into that right hip a little bit. Just extending your stretch a little bit longer. And then we'll come back to a T, and we'll place the right hand down, the left arm comes up, stretching the left arm up and over, allowing yourself to really press the edge of your left foot into the mat as your left hand reaches up and over, nice length along the left side body. And from here you may want to lift the left leg and just play with your balance here. If you'd like to take the ankle in the hand and kick into that leg as you point the chest up to the ceiling. And then releasing. And we'll come back to just both all knees. We're going to reach up and we'll take a lion's breath as we bring our arms down into goalpost. And that's just sticking your tongue out and making noise. So inhaling here. And let's do that again. Inhaling. And that can be really fun to sort of get the morning breathing going, just feeling like you're expelling any little things that need to get expressed out with the lion's breath. And so we'll bring our arms to a T, and let's just take the first stretch to the right, pressing into that left hip as we feel the stretch all along the side body. Oh, it feels really good to me today. And then arms come out to a T and comes down. Oh, that's right. We're going to start here. Oh, feeling that long side stretch as the edge of your right foot presses into the mat and your right arm reaches over top. Then you may want to bring your foot up for balance. Feeling the length here, you may take the ankle in the foot and point the chest up towards the ceiling, really kicking into that back leg, giving yourself a bit of a back bend here. And then releasing that and coming back up. And we'll bring that leg in and take another 2 lion's breaths. Inhaling up. And once more, inhaling up. And then we'll turn to the to the short side of the mat. And we'll come into puppy dog pose briefly. So just keeping your hips over your knees, letting your forehead come down, pressing the hips up to the air, to the ceiling. You can tent up onto your palms or not. Flat palms is fine too. Just find a position that's comfortable for you, that allows you to find and access the stretch in the most beneficial way for yourself this morning. And then we'll press back into our hands. And then we'll tuck our toes and come into a very gentle downward dog. Just stepping out each heel, walking from heel to heel, allowing the tailbone to really press up. So take a big bend in both knees and really just lift your hips. And then press into the arms and rotate those upper arms externally outwards and feel the strength. And then feel that lift and lengthening of the spine as you lift your hips, and then begin to descend your heels and just imagine there's this golden fire from the tip of your tailbone cascading up the length of your spine through the crown of the head. Allow yourself to feel the energy rising along your spine. And then we'll slowly walk our feet up to meet our hands. Let the body rest, let the torso rest on the thighs, taking a bend in the knees. Allowing yourself to make the sounds, free the voice. And then you're just going to extend your spine forward on an inhale, just letting the crown of the head point forward, feeling the hip points pressing back. And then rebend into your knees. And then try to press into your feet. And it's almost like the crown of your head is leading the spine to come up through a flat back, up to standing. And we'll release down. Hands come to heart. We're going to go briefly through a low lunge salutation to honor Hanumanasana. To honor Hanuman, I want to include an expression of Hanumanasana, which is splits pose. If that is in your practice, please access that for yourself. Otherwise, you'll be taking half splits, and due to our time limitation, it's going to be brief. So if you're not warmed up and flexible enough, feeling like that's accessible, please just take half splits, which is such a worthy expression of Hanumanasana as well, okay? So inhaling, arms come overhead, exhaling into your forward fold, feeling your internal fire rise as you press the spine forward, lifting the crown of the head, and then bending into the knees. You're going to step the right foot back, letting the right knee come down. Let yourself feel and drop into your hips for a moment, and you press into your front foot as you reach up to the sky in your low lunge. Bringing the hands down to the heart. And let's all just take half splits. We're going to lengthen into that front leg. And just, you can feel that, again, the length of the spine as you inhale, the heart forward, and bend over that front leg as you exhale. And you can continue to take some inhales and exhales, or if you would like to come into the full expression of the pose. Giving thanks for our unique gifts, bringing them into being, bringing our magic into being. And it's difficult to come out of splits in a very elegant sort of way, but we'll take this half splits here again. And then bending into the front knee, we will step back to a plank or to all fours, whatever is more comfortable for you. Coming down to the mat, pressing into our hands, pressing into our hip points as we lift everything to a locust pose. And then coming down, hands underneath the shoulders, press back to downward dog, allowing yourself a moment of recognition of the tailbone, of the fire in your spine, of the length of your energy, moving through your body, moving through the spine, tip of the tailbone to crown of the head, and then bringing the right foot forward into your low lunge as you let the back knee come down and just allow yourself to stretch into that hip for a moment. And then we'll press into our low lunge, reaching up to the sky, pressing down into the earth. And then we will come into our half split, extending that front leg, and then you can just extend the spine on an inhale and fold on an exhale. If you want to take the full expression of the pose, honoring the Hanuman in us all, remembering the gifts that we have forgotten, the gifts that are now so importantly needed. So fun. And then you'll step back to a plank, come down to the ground, pressing your hands by your hips, pressing the hips into the earth as the feet rise, the head, chest, shoulders, and hands, and hold locust here for a moment, feeling the length of the back of the neck. And then everything will come down. We will press back into a child's pose from here, resting for one moment, allowing the weight of the body to just drape. Then we're going to come up to all fours, come to a seat. You're going to bring your left leg underneath and your right leg over top, and just hold that in. Reaching the right arm up, reaching the left arm up, and you can either hold your what's this called? It's a knee. You can either hold your knee or hook your knee. Again, pointing the chin down, feeling the length of the spine as we twist, feeling your inhale lengthening you and your exhale growing taller. And as you release that twist, you're going to press your hands into the mat on your left side, and with childlike joy, we're going to crawl our hands in a semicircle behind us. So cultivate your greatest childlike joy and draw a semicircle behind you as you come down to the other side. And you will find that your left leg is under and your right leg is over. And then with your arms, you're just gonna hold that knee in for a moment and bow your head. And then we'll lift the left arm, place the left arm behind the spine, lift the right arm. You can either hold or hook the knee. Let the inhale lengthen the spine. Feel yourself growing taller with the exhale. Feel the crown of your head reaching up. Feel that fire in the length of your spine. And we'll let that go. We'll just press into the mat to the right briefly. And then come to hands and knees. And we'll come and sit on our toes and bring our knees out. Garland pose. So you're on your toes. Hands can be in prayer. And then we're going to take this garland pose and bring our knees together, and we're going to slowly rise on our toes up to a stand, and you can place the heels down, and pressing our arms out to a T. Let's step each leg out. We'll go to the right, let's come into side angle pose. So bending into the left knee, reaching the arm, and feeling the length of the left side body here, or the right side body. And if you would like to go into your half moon, you can bring your hand to your hip. You're going to reach that left hand in front of you. It can also go on a block, letting the back leg extend, reaching the arm up. You can try to balance without the block. If you want to take the back foot and come into a standing Shavasana. And releasing, coming into a warrior two, 5-pointed star, and let's adjust the feet for the other side. We'll come into, have a block ready there if you think you might need one, if you want to use one. We'll come into our side angle pose, so bending into that front leg, placing the hand down, reaching, and let's just feel this for a moment. Feeling the length of the left side body, from the edge of the foot to the tips of the fingers. Feeling the awakeness and the aliveness of your spine, of your internal space. And then if you want to come into half moon, either, I've got to just see that I'm not going to hit the table here. Dear. Just going to adjust my spacing slightly. All right, that looks right. And then coming up to your half moon. Again, you can play with becoming light on your fingers or taking support. And it's always good to fall out of the pose because the body learns and understands by falling. And that's the best kind of instruction we can give. You learn how to fall, you learn how to hold. But you don't learn at all if you don't let yourself fall. So falling is intrinsic to the process of learning. At least I feel it is. And we'll let go. We'll come to our warrior two. Woo! I'm a little wobbly today. It's all the excitement. And we'll press straight legs. Both legs are straight, feet are parallel. Let's raise the chest and come into a forward fold here.
All the way down, all the way down, and just allow yourself to rest for a moment. You can put a block underneath your head. Just allowing yourself a moment of rest here. Bringing the energy back down. Pressing into our hands will lengthen the spine. Bringing our heels and our toes in all the way together. And again, lifting up into our heels, we'll come down and bring the knees apart for a balancing garland pose. Just allowing yourself to feel what it is to be on your toes here instead of just on the feet. And then pressing into the hands. We're going to come to our backs on the mat. And we're going to take 3 bridges together. So your feet are going to be hip width apart. And knees are pointing up to the ceiling. And you're just going to press the hips up. You can bring the arms underneath, interlacing them, and just allowing this pelvis to really press up here in your bridge. And we'll come down. Feet come together, knees apart. One hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Notice your energy. Notice your heart space. And then bringing the knees back up, hips hip width, feet hip width. And then slowly from the tip of the tailbone, begin to curl that upward as you come into your bridge again. Bringing the hands underneath, if you would like. Really pressing the chest towards the chin. And then releasing that down. This time, feet will be as wide as the mat and knees knock in. You can bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and just feel. Do you notice the difference in the quality of your heartbeat? What feels different about the energy in the internal space? And one final bridge, we'll press up into our heels, bringing the arms underneath, pressing into your hips as you lift them up. Experiencing the pleasure of this stretching. Liberating the voice. And opening the knees, taking a moment to feel. And then we will simply let the knees fall to the left and gaze out over the right arm in a brief but very much pleasurable reclined twist. And knees come back up. Adjust the hips to neutral and let the knees fall to the right as you gaze out over the left arm. Bringing the hips back and knees back. You can hold both knees in. Bring your forehead towards the knee. Feel yourself pulling in towards the center before you release and let everything expand, relax, let go. Feel the entire weight of the body release into the mat and let any engagement of any muscles, any tension, just dissolve. Start to bring awareness of movement back to the body, letting the breath deepen, allowing yourself to stretch, to feel, and slowly making your way to one side and up to a seat, keeping the eyes closed. And we will sing Jai Ma together for the mother. And if that's comfortable for you, join in, free your voice, liberate your voice, or just enjoy the vibration. Oh Jai Ma, oh Jai Ma, 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 oh Jai Ma, oh Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, oh Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, oh Jai Ma, oh Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, oh Jai Ma, oh Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, oh Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Twice more. Jai Ma, oh Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Let's be our last time and fill it with love. Jai Ma, oh Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Let's take an Om together, bringing our hands to prayer, or whatever position is comfortable for you. Inhaling. Finding in this moment of joy also an awareness of the internal space, the sacred internal reverence that we hold for this practice, our gifts, each other, this beautiful planet, every friend, every enemy, every teacher, every person we know, people we don't know. All of us teaching each other. I'm so grateful to walk this path together with each of you. Thank you for joining me today. Have a beautiful weekend. Go forward and remember your unique gifts. Remember your unique magic. This is the moment. It is now. Embody who you uniquely are. We're so grateful to have you. Thank you so much, everybody. It has been such a fun practice today. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend.